The head of U.S. Overseas Private Investment Corporation in Africa, Suba Nagajaran, says the agency is focusing more on countries outside South Africa as the sub-Saharan Africa total investment portfolio tops $5 billion. The head of OPIC, based in Cote d'Ivoire, says she sees more investment in Africa across sectors that will fast-track sustainable energy and in particular renewables. Now, she was speaking to our channel's business news editor, Bosun Omofaye, who is in Abidjan for the two-day West Africa Regional Cooperation Summit. He joins us live on the program. You're welcome to the program, Bosun.
Good afternoon, thank you very much.
So tell us more about the issues that were discussed today, being the last day of the summit.
I think most of the discussions are around financial closure, renewable energy, issues around whether to have a regional bulk trader like you have NBET in Nigeria that will be an off-taker, the role of the private sector of financing in the business of electricity, small off-grid electricity or power projects that can deliver power very quickly to industries and businesses across the sub-region.
So what benefits would you say participants have derived from the summit, especially Cote d'Ivoire, the host nation?
Well, countries do host this once in a while. Of course, you know, this is not a government initiative. This is a private sector. So those who are here are essentially deal makers. They are not people who just want to do the talking. They are people who are looking for where to put the money, what project can they finance. The legal people are here who are looking at what legal framework they can put around whatever projects that other delegates are doing. Then you find those who are government officials who are talking about the state of the various projects they are doing in their various countries and how private sector people can come in. You have bankers, you have off-takers, you have those who are into solar energy, renewable, other form of energy in Africa and around the world, weighing on the different conversations for where it's going to get its next lunch. That's essentially what it is.
So, Bosun, has any mechanism been put in place to ensure the implementation of recommendations put forward at the summit?
Well, what happens in this energy summit, and I've covered a few in the last 3, 4, 5 years in Africa and a few other parts of the world, is essentially how it's a transactional summit. Let's put it that way. It's not a talk shop in which you take a lot of paperwork back to the office. This is where you meet and greet, you talk to people who are technical people on the ground who are looking for the next principal projects to invest in or to be part of or to take equity or to take debt to help you promote such a project. So it's not a paperwork summit. It's a summit in which people sit down, delegates sit down and talk and take notes, as it were, and talk to their own side of the story and what they would like to see happen in the next energy project and how they can contribute to that. And after that, there will be exchanges of details and what have you. And folks begin to network after the conference, the summit, to ensure that, yes, they are in Nigeria, they're in Ghana, they're in Ivory Coast, they're everywhere in South Africa or Morocco or any other part of the continent where the business deals of energy is taking place.
Our channel's business news editor, Bosun Omofaye, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. Now, South Africa's shark spotters are using drone technology to track shark activity along the notorious False Bay coastline, home to many of the world's great white sharks. Spotting the sharks helps in gathering important data about the species' behavior and also to keep baiters and surfers safe from the predators.
Cape Town's coastline is a popular spot during the warm summer month for surfers and sunbathers. It is also one of the main habitats of the great white shark, the others being Australia, Canada and the east coast of the United States. For people in the water, the sharks are both an attraction and a danger. In 2015, there were 98 shark attacks worldwide, including 6 fatalities, according to researchers from the University of Florida. Here in Cape Town's False Bay coastline, an organization called Shark Spotters is using drones to monitor shark movement, to keep people safe, and also to study the animal's behavior.
We're now incorporating drone technology into our spotting. We're using them to enhance our ability to identify sharks and identify potentially dangerous sharks. So when the spotter on the mountain sees a shark or something which they believe to be a shark, we can send up the drone, send it out to go and confirm what species of shark it is, confirm that it's something which poses a potential threat to water users, and then also to monitor the shark's movements and see what it's doing, its behavior in the area.
Drone operators work together with field shark spotters perched high up on cliffs overlooking the ocean, using binoculars to monitor the water all day. If there is a threat, the warning sirens will blare and the flags will go up indicating that swimmers and surfers should leave the water immediately. At the same time, the drones are called in.
Once I got the shark on the iPad, I will start recording and then follow the shark as long as possible. So the battery life of the drone is about 25 minutes, so they will get quite a few minutes out of the video footage.
Cape Town has experienced various shark attacks and several warning measures are already in place. Shark spotters drone technology is expected to reduce the risk even further. Conservationists have warned that there are only 350 to 520 great white sharks living off the South African coast, 50% fewer than previously thought. According to a study released last year, the population is decreasing due to human interference, ocean pollution, and a limited gene pool.
Still to come on Network Africa, a look at how technology is helping parents make the right decision for their children. That's on our Africa Tech segment. Please stay with us.